professional sports like baseball's opening day.
They say there's nothing like opening day, where the level of anticipation might only be matched by the sense of optimism. For the Seattle Mariners, the new season also carries with it new expectations. Expectations of playing baseball in October.
What? He got it! He got it! He made the catch! Wow! Diving stoppage short. He got him!
After a time of building and last year's knock on postseason's door, Seattle is front and center. A team ready to take the next step.
Felix is fired up.
It starts on the mound. King Felix leading a staff full of electric arms.
Hey, struck him out! Shoot that arrow in the sky!
It falls at the plate, where a new addition joins the heart of the order, bringing added power to a lineup stacked with talent.
There you go. And the deep right field, and Mariners take the lead. Goodbye, baseball. Breaking ball, crushed, gone.
It's the progression of something special. The start of a thrilling ride.
Mariners win.
It's Mariners opening day, and it's
Pulses in the great Pacific Northwest are speeding up at this moment. We're moving ever closer to first pitch. The 2015 Seattle Mariners. Why not? Here comes the King. He's been brilliant in his career on opening day. Big reason why everybody's fired up to see Mariner baseball. Welcome, everybody, as the Mariners take on the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, the defending American League West champions. Delighted to be back with you for our 9th consecutive year. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and ready to see the King go to work. And Michael, if you don't feel it now, I got a doctor I can call for you.
Yeah, this is one of the best opening days of the ceremonies today, and knowing that Felix is going and what he has done on opening day, the expectations for this team this year, it's a good reason to be excited about this game that he's starting the season off.
The thing I like, the rest of the country knows what we know. They've taken notice of it. And across the baseball industry, everybody at minimum is saying you have got to watch this ball club. If not, and then some guys are picking this team to win it all.
And I think for good reason. Last year they don't get into the postseason by just one game. And if you looked at the strength of their pitching, anchored by that man right there, Felix Hernandez, the best bullpen in the American League last year, majority of those guys that are back, and then the addition of Cruz in the middle of the lineup, I think there's good reason to think that way.
Talk to Seth Smith. This is his 7th opening day. He's excited. You got Tyler Olson and his first. The emotions are just bubbling to the top here, ready to explode here at Safeco Field. And even up here, it's good to see everybody again, to get back with the fellas. It's like the old gang is back for another caper. You got to love it. So Mariner baseball on your TV here today. Mike Scioscia's ball club, a little bit different without Howie Kendrick, but still some formidable pitching, and they can still swing the bat.
And no Hamilton in the lineup, so they can swing the bat. They have some additions to it. We'll go through them. But Scioscia's been around the longest tenured manager now in the American League. What a job he has done last year. Let's not forget they won 98 games last year. This is going to be a good way to start the year and find out exactly where you're at, the Mariners and the Angels going at it.
Absolutely, and they were the highest scoring team in Major League Baseball. Ladies and gentlemen, here they come, your 2015 Seattle Mariners. There he is, Felix Hernandez, in yet another opening day start. Well earned. So he'll be facing the Angels once again, and might take a look at the lineups for the first time this season.
Again, for Mike Scioscia, the Angels team winning 98 games last year, but leading off it'll be Cole Calhoun playing right field. Last year's MVP, Mike Trout hitting second. Albert Pujols finally healthy. He will be hitting third. Matt Joyce coming over from the Rays. He'll hit cleanup. Then it's Freeze, Ibar, Crone the DH this year for the Angels. Iannetta will do the catching and hit 8th. And Johnny Giovinazzo coming over from the Royals. He will be at second base. Kendrick now gone. He is with the Dodgers. So Giavitello will play at second base. So it's a tough lineup, especially with Trout in it. Take a look at Felix and what he did last year. We all think that he should have won the Cy Young Award. Of course, a 2.14 ERA, 15-6 record. How about 248 strikeouts to only 46 walks from opponents? Hit just 200 against Felix, and he has been awesome in opening day. But look at the defense for the Mariners this afternoon. In right, Seth Smith will play right field, and it's Austin Jackson out in center. Dustin Ackley getting the start in left field. Kyle Seager winning his Gold Glove last year at third base. Brad Miller, the shortstop. Robinson Cano at second. Logan Morrison will be at first, and Mike Zunino will do the catching. Pretty good defense for the Mariners in 2015.
Well, here we go. Welcome to the journey. Enjoy the ride. Felix making his 41st career start against the Angels, a record of 11-13 with a 3.52 ERA. 20 starts at Safeco Field, 8-8 with a 3.94. And dating back to July of 2013, he's 4-1 with a 1.04 ERA over 8 starts against the Angels. Full house expected. King Court ready to rock. Here we go. Wind in the first pitch of the 2015 season. In there for strike one. Brian Knight's got balls and strikes today with Ron Culp at first. Check that. Larry Vanover at home plate. Ron Culp at first. Brian Knight at second. And Vic Carapazza at third. Cole Calhoun. He has developed into a really nice player. Gets on base. Got a little bit of pop, too.
A little bit of pop. Does a good job in the outfield for him. And a leadoff hitter, and actually he has some power, and you expect maybe a speedier guy in that leadoff spot, but Mike Scioscia likes him there. He can be patient at times, make the pitcher work.
Felix ahead, 0-2. Got him! That is a great start for Felix and the Mariners. One down.
Well, let's take a look at strike three. He didn't waste any time, just 3 pitches to put Calhoun away, and it's a good fastball on the outside corner. It looks like Felix has great command here in the first inning. Pretty good movement on that fastball, too, at 92 miles an hour.
Felix now will face Mike Trout. Trout's got good numbers against Felix at 367. 2 home runs, 11 runs batted in. The reigning American League MVP after finishing second the 2 previous years, in each of the previous 2 years. Mariners playing straight up, 0-1. Felix dealing 0-2.
One of the things that Trout talked about in spring training is he was going to be more aggressive at the plate. Along with the great numbers he had, he did strike out quite a bit last year. And he said that he wants to be more aggressive early in the count, swinging at the first pitch from Felix.
The 0-2. Led the league in strikeouts and runs scored. This kid can do everything.
He said he's going to try to run a little bit more this year.
Great.
Why not? Yeah.
Well, you know what the fans want. Fouled off. I don't know about you, but I'm still ticked off Felix didn't get the side. Come on. 16 consecutive starts allowing 2 or fewer runs in 7 or more innings from May 18th to August 11th. How did he not? He was robbed.
It's never been done before.
I want a Senate hearing. Down the line. Twisting going foul. Should be an investigation. Good for Corey Kluber. Congratulations to him. He just signed a long-term contract with Cleveland.
Yeah.
Lloyd McClendon. How did he not get manager of the year last year? Team with no expectations. Hairbreadth of the playoffs. With an outstanding pitching staff and a great rotation. And as he often said last year, offensively challenged. 1-2.
Well, I think you'll have a good opportunity with this club this year to maybe get it.
Second year is Trent Jewett, 2-year left, bench coach. Talking to Trent before the game, and Mike Scioscia, longest tenured manager in the big leagues, his 16th year. 0-2 world champions. Trent Jewett said, hey, just got to get out of the way, let him play. 1-2. Blocked by Zunino. You'll hear a lot of that during the course of the year. 2-2 as the sun starts to break out through some of the thick clouds here. Had a great opening ceremony to open the gates at 10:40. Rick Rizzo and I down there. The confetti, the Mariner Moose was down there. It was a lot of fun. People were fired up, as you can hear now. The 2-2. High fly ball, deep left center field. Going back, Jackson on the track, and he can't get it. It is gone. Home run, Mike Trout. He wins that battle. 8th pitch, first home run. Trout, his 3rd career homer against Felix, and 12th run batted in.
This was like a fastball trying to go on the outside corner. Runs back on towards the middle of the plate. Middle away from Trout. Towering fly ball out to center field. It looked as if Jackson had a beat on it, maybe have a chance, but I think he gets a little bit too close to the wall, and it stops him from elevating as high as he's normally able to, and it just gets over the top of his glove.
1 out, a run in on the Trout homer. Here's Albert Pujols. Pujols, a .216 career hitter against Felix. Here's another look.
You see his shoulder hit the wall right there, and it stops his momentum going up.
One, Albert. Pujols in his 15th big league campaign, his 4th with the Angels. 2-1. And he's healthy. That plantar fasciitis that bothered him and just ruined his season 2 years ago. He played about 159 games last year. He's healthy again this year as he looks at strike 2. Count evens at 2-2.
Difficult to hit without your legs underneath you, Dave, and that's something he's had to deal with. I was saying that when he came out, it's the first time he's come out of spring training in a few years where he's felt that his legs are finally healthy.
2-2 from Felix. Got him a chase, and Pujols saying that he got a piece of it. Larry Vanover agrees with him.
You look at our Alaska Supermo as he says he gets a piece of it. It's hard to tell.
He looked like a good sell job.
Yeah.
There's another glove. Didn't change direction into Mike's glove. He sold it. That's a 15-year veteran getting the call. 2-2. Foul ball.
Let's see if we can take a look. Mike Zunino didn't think that he had a piece of it.
Hi, I'm Albert Pujols. Want your insurance rates knocked down? Let me sell you a new package. The 2-2. Got him that time. 2 outs.
So far, he's kept everything down in the zone, including that pitch. That looked like a good slider. Maybe a cut fastball right off the outside corner.
Two away. A run in on the Trout home run. Here's Matt Joyce. We saw him last Monday. Homered off of Taijuan Walker. Monster blast straightaway center field at Peoria. Strike.
They're truly underway, Dave. Mariners with their first shift of the 2015 season.
Which are over under for shifts. There was 13,000 and change
last year. I think it'll be more than that. Yep, I think we're going to beat that number.
The 0-1. Matt Joyce is the Josh Hamilton insurance policy. Josh, of course, out with another relapse PEDs and 3-pitch strikeout. 3 Ks and the first for Felix. Gives up a home run to Trout. 1-0 Angels. The Mariners coming to bat as we are underway. Kings Court fired up. Looking. That's a big one. This youngin' right here, he gets the first bite. Man, oh man, that's a big one.
They have a good time out there. Today's starting line is brought to you by Chevron. For the Mariners, leading off it'll be Austin Jackson and Seth Smith, and then you get to the All-Stars. Cano hitting third, Nelson Cruz the DH. 40 home runs last year for the Orioles. Kyle Seager hitting fifth. Logan Morrison will bat sixth. Then it's Zunino, Ackley, and Miller rounding out the 9 for the Mariners.
Jared Weaver, a familiar face for the Mariners. Veteran right-hander out of Long Beach State. Austin Jackson hit it hard. One hopper eyeball. One away.
Now take a look at the defense brought to you by American Family Insurance. In the outfield, there's Trout in center field. He can go up over the wall and rob some people. Then you have Ibar, steady shortstop for the Angels for a long time. Alan Pujols, the first baseman, and Chris Iannetta will do the catching for the Angels. And Jared Weaver, and take a look at his numbers from last year. 18-9 record. Really pitched well. ERA right around 3.5. Doesn't throw as hard as he used to. He'll be in the mid to upper 80s with his fastball, but he'll give you a variety of breaking balls. Use his changeup. Will climb the ladder with his fastball. Smart pitcher.
32nd time the Mariners are seeing him. 14-10 record, a 3.37 ERA. Seth Smith in his Mariner regular season debut.
And the Angels will put the shift on with Smith hitting.
Breaking ball misses 2-1. Smith, the former backup quarterback at the University of Mississippi, to Eli Manning. Breaking ball misses 3-1. Good count. Weaver last year 18-9. 169 Ks in his 39 starts. Tied for the American League lead in wins, starts, ranked 9th in innings pitched, and tied for 9th in winning percentage. Count runs full. Payoff here to Seth. Into the gap. Seth Smith with his first base hit as a Mariner. It's going to be for extra bases. A one-out double here in the first. That's the Smith we saw with Oakland, San Diego, and Colorado.
When you're a new player to a new club, you hope to get off to a good start, and this is a good start for Seth. Screaming line drive into the gap in right center field.
So Smitty at second, and it brings up all-star second baseman Robinson Cano. Bud McClendon bragging about his group, 3, 4, and 5. Cano, Cruz, and Seager. Maybe the best heart of the order in the American League, if not all of baseball. Cruz is on deck. Ball one. Got to believe he's going to see, talking about Robbie, see a better grade of quality pitches this year than last year.
You would think so. It may take a little bit of time as they move into the season. Situations like this, we know that Cano last year, they rarely would pitch to him. But I think you hope that that changes. But right now, I'm sure the Weaver, too, is looking at the matchup. So you have a right-hander that can do some damage on deck, or do you want to mess around with a guy that's going to hit over 300 every year?
Here's a 1-0 to Robbie. Takes 2-0. This crowd is ready to rock. They're anticipating everything. They see Cano go 2-0 after Smith's double. Heard from so many people like months ago. Can't wait for opening day. Well, here it is.
I don't think he'll give in to him and give him a fastball. He'll still try to throw a strike, but it might be an off-speed pitch. 77 miles an hour off the plate away.
2-1.
I don't think Robbie liked the call. He can still trace that pitch off the plate.
Big pitch here, 2-1. Cano, Felix, and Cruz acknowledged leaders in the clubhouse for Lloyd McClendon and company. Everybody in the coaching staff said, boy, when you have 3 alpha males like that who know what it's like, about getting in your hard work, being good people. 3 of the best. Smith at second, 2-2 to Cano. Full count. Defending American League home run champion, Major League home run champion on deck, Nelson Cruz. Good numbers for Robbie against Weaver. Ran 2. Off speed pitch hit to Giavitello at second. Throws out Robbie. Over to third goes Smith. So first RBI opportunity here for Nelson Cruz. Man at third, 2 away.
Not surprised to see Cano get a breaking ball in 3-2 count with first base open. Weaver, again, a veteran. He's been around for a long time. Will not give in to hitters. Will try to pitch around him if he can. His fastball velocity today is only 83, 84 miles an hour.
Cruz always said he loved the batter's eye here, where he could see the ball here at Safeco Field, even when he was with the Orioles and the Rangers. Said it was his favorite ballpark. Well, he's got 4 years and 81 games a year to prove it. 1-0. 2-0. Cruz a .211 hitter career against Weaver. 2-0 pitch. 3-0.
Again, 2-0, breaking ball down and away. I think we've seen this a lot from Weaver over the years, but I think that it's especially true now because his velocity is down.
3-0 pitch. And there for strike. Weaver deals 3-1. Popped up, it'll get out of play. coming back off speed here. 3-2, 2 out, man at third.
You would think so. He just threw a 3-1 breaking ball to him. The 3-2 breaking ball to Cano, and he grounded out.
Here we go, 3-2.
Another breaking ball.
Popped it up, playable. Giavotella. He's under it. On the Kansas City Royal. Mariners strand a runner at third. Angels lead 1-0. The mound, his 8th opening day start, and he has been phenomenal in this role as a guy to get the season started. 5-0 record, tied for 3rd best in Major League Baseball history. And that ERA scintillating at 1.52. Mike Trout's home run as the Angels in front 1-0. David Freese now. Eric Aybar and C.J. Cron 5, 6, and 7. In tight to David Freese.
Well, Felix, 21 pitches in the first inning. He did throw 17 strikes, a lot of strikes from him.
8 pitches to Trout. He homered on a 2-2 pitch to straightaway center field. There's Mike. 4th in home runs in the major leagues last year with 36. So as a player, you wait with great anticipation, particularly in that final week of spring training. You want to get the heck out of here. There's a ground ball foul.
There were a lot of happy gentlemen getting on the plane on our way home, I can tell you that. They were so looking forward to getting here in Seattle and getting this game underway safe go. It's nice for them, too, this year. First time in a long time for the guys that have been around. Be able to get to town, have the day to do kind of get yourself organized, a nice, easy workout yesterday evening.
I heard it was blazing hot, too, on Saturday. Game against Colorado. They got the regulars in and out in a heartbeat. 2-2 pitch. See you later. David Freese. 3rd consecutive strikeout for Felix. 4th in the game in the 5 men that he's faced. We've managed to capture total batter domination and miniaturizing. Introducing the King Felix bobblehead. Thanks to Root Sports. Free to the first 20,000 fans on Saturday, April 18th against the Rangers. Get really excited for Felix bobblehead night by grabbing your ticket right now at Mariners.com. Yeah, you want to get out of that heat, and you know you're going to come back to these refreshing temperatures. It's at 54 degrees at first pitch. There's Eric Aybar. By now, everybody knows Mike and I have enormous respect for this young man.
We do, and we're talking about Felix's pitch count. He's at 27 pitches working here in the second. This is a guy that will make him work. He'll give you quality at bat, can do a lot of different things.
Cano takes care of it. 2 away.
Oh, and we also have some congratulations today. Opening day. Some gentlemen on their first opening day roster, always a big deal to a player.
Oh,
Carson Smith, his first opening day. Taijuan Walker, Jesus Sucre, and the local kid, Tyler Olson. So
nice.
Congratulations to them.
A lot of smiles.
Yes.
Saw Tyler in the clubhouse beforehand, and he was just like, wow, this is great.
Yeah, it is.
Carson Smith, he was a little low key. Taijuan was fired up. Happy for him. Well, how about him getting a 4 spot in the rotation?
He earned it. He was dominant throughout spring training. I think it was one of those situations, too, where Lloyd really appreciated his focus in the way that he was going about his business, and so he's called him number 4 starter.
James Paxton to his right. He's ready to go in his first start. He said he's tightened up a lot of things coming off his last 2 starts. And he's looking forward to the buzz you get for that first start, too.
Well, that's the other thing, too. You were talking about spring training and towards the end of it. These guys are looking for the adrenaline that they're feeling right now. And you get down to that last week of spring training, it's just not there anymore. You want to get started for real, so.
Phillies with a strike in the outside corner to C.J. Cron. 2 out, nobody on.
A lot of strikes for Felix. 31 pitches, 22 strikes. Already 4 strikeouts in the ballgame.
Corona developing quickly as a power hitter. This one popped up. Cano calling for it. Now yielding to Miller. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3. Felix sets down the Angels in the second. Coming up, Seager, Morrison, and Zunino here at Safeco Field. Casino, presenting White Snake live, the Purple Tour, May 29th. For tickets, go to EmeraldQueen.com. By Alaska Airlines, flyers can now enjoy free entertainment to their own device. Learn more at alaskaair.com/beyond. By your local Ford stores. And by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. Opening day here at Safeco Field. True to the blue, indeed. Here's Kyle Seager. Let's see ball 1 from Jared Weaver. It'll be Seager, Morrison, and Zunino. 5, 6, and 7 here in the second inning for the Mariners.
And the Angels have the shift on with Kyle hitting. We saw that consistently last year. Kyle having his best season.
Gold Glove third baseman a year ago. Looks at a strike. Sinker career 6 for 27 against Weaver. Well, dribbler. Ibar will take it and throws to Pujols for out number 1. Great crowd. 45,000 expected. And they were really keyed up to get into this ballpark back around 10:40 this morning. Love how Bob Christopherson and his grounds crew had the year 2015 right behind second base. There's Logan Morrison, first baseman. Got a brand new Mohawk haircut. He went full Mohawk. More curly Q in the back. Struggled during the spring. I said, dude, what was up with that? He said, well, I can tell you one thing. I was banned from the batting cage the last few days trying to correct some things. His Ibar goes back. I told him, don't overwork yourself. Need you. 2 outs. Time now for our Century Link. What's next? The veteran left-hander C.J. Wilson goes against the young left-hander James Paxton. Paxton talking about he's looking to get that extra kick of the first start. So I believe I will be in focus and ready to go tomorrow. Here's Zunino. Mile high pop short left field. Left fielder Joyce calls off Ibar. Quick inning for Jared Weaver. Just 6 pitches to get us 3 outs. 1-0 Angels. Good start for Felix. Take away the Trout home run. He's faced 7 batters and struck out 4.
He's had good location with his fastball. Always a key for Felix. Looks like he has the changeup. Struggled with the changeup a little bit towards the end of spring training. But it looks like the changeup is there for him today. And, of course, the slider and curveball. The 4 strikeouts for Felix through the first 2 innings. He did have to throw 21 pitches in the first inning. And you mentioned that at bat with Trout. That was an 8-pitch at bat that Trout ended up winning with the home run. But Felix looks like he's on top of his game.
Felix will face 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Chris Iannetta, Johnny Giavitello, and Cole Calhoun. Sun breaking out here. Strike 1 from Felix.
Felix throwing a lot of strikes, 33 pitches, 24 strikes for Felix.
1-1, Iannetta. 2 for 20 career against Felix. Veteran catcher. Bounces up and hits Larry Van Oren side of his head there. That means opening day or World Series. You see the bunting. Always enjoyed that one. Going back when I was a kid and see the bunting, you knew it was something special. 2-1. Felix calls for it, makes the play. One down. Be on hand for the opening series here at Safeco Field against the Angels. And you can get your hands on a Mariners calendar tomorrow and Wednesday at 7:10. The first 10,000 fans will receive a full-size yearly calendar thanks to BASF. Clear space on the fridge or office wall. And get your tickets right now to Mariners calendar night at mariners.com. One away, Johnny Giavotella, second baseman. I still can't believe they traded Howie Kendrick.
I was surprised by it as well. And Rutledge, who'd been with the Rockies, it looked as if he had the inside track to win the job at second base, but had a poor spring, so Giavotella ended up winning the job.
Down to Seager. 2 away. A quick 2 outs. Felix taking care of 8 and 9 hole in the order. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Again, the second time through the order, Cole Calhoun took a called third strike on the third pitch of the ball game. Ball 1. Took a lot off of that one for a strike.
Big curveball, 78 miles an hour from Felix, just trying to throw it over, steal a strike, and he was able to do it. One of the things about Felix that makes him so tough, we talk about the great changeup and the movement on his fastball, his ability to pitch on both sides, but he can pitch backwards if he needs to. There's the changeup. And what I mean by that, he doesn't always have to throw a fastball to get back into counts. He can throw his slider or his curveball. And as a hitter, that'll keep you off balance.
Kings Court making itself heard on a 1-2 count. Looking ready to post another K. The 1-2 hit well, right field, going back shy of the track is Seth Smith for the catch. 10-pitch inning for Felix in the third. Coming up for the Mariners, it'll be Dustin Ackley, Brad Miller, followed by Austin Jackson. When we get back, continuing opening day at Safeco Field. At bat, second batter of the ball game, Mike Trout. Scored more runs than anybody in Major League Baseball last year. Already off to a good start. Here's Dustin Ackley leading off against Jared Weaver. And right now the guy who threw out the first pitch, and it was an impressive one too. Joey Cora joins us right now. Joey, good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys.
4 years with the Mariners, 95 to 98. Part of some really good ball clubs is this one. Popped up short center field. Ibar is under. What was it like? What was your thought process on the first pitch? It looked like you had something nice and easy.
I had a plan. Ever since they gave me the call, I said, well, first of all, I'm not going to go on the mound. That's Felix' domain.
Good call.
And I need to get it in the air. That was the whole thing, and that it was accomplished.
Good job. Tell the folks what you're doing these days.
I'm doing homework with my kids, and I tell you one thing: it's tough these days, and they're in 5th grade and 3rd grade.
At some point, you're getting back in the game. What do you want to?
I will after this year. But I needed to be back with my family. I needed to be back with my wife for some time, especially my kids. But I'll be back.
And home is Miami, right?
Home is Miami right now, yeah. It's no Seattle. Seattle's beautiful. I forgot how beautiful this place is. And we walked around last night.
This is your first trip back in a long time, right?
This is my first trip since 2011 when I was with the White Sox. The first time to be back with being part of the Mariners.
Yes,
because
sir.
Before I came here to play against you guys.
Absolutely. 1-2 to Brad Miller.
Did you get a chance to see the video board when they showed some of your plays and the highlights and all that stuff before they introduced you?
Just the beginning. After that, no. I was scared. I was scared. All I was thinking was the first pitch.
Well, you did a good job on it.
Center field, Trout backs up about 5 steps. Joey, thanks so much, man. Great job with the first pitch.
Thank you. Nice to see you, Mike.
You set the bar high on that first pitch.
I'll tell you one thing. Like I told Lloyd, I said this year, and this team looks really, really good.
Yeah.
You win the World Series this year, you know who's going to throw the first pitch next year.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Nice to see you guys.
All right, man, good to see you.
Thank you.
That's a good call. 2 away. Take care, Joey. 2 outs. Back to the top of the order, and Austin Jackson grounded out to short. Held there for a while by Iannetta. Ball 1. Down the line. Foul ball.
Watching Weaver work his way through the lineup the first time, I think the way that Austin Jackson was hitting in spring training and just his overall approach, this should be a pretty good matchup for him, because with Weaver right now, again, his fastball is 83, 84, and a lot of off-speed pitches, and Austin was consistently in the right center field. So that should keep him in on the off-speed pitches a little bit better than most.
1-1.
Like that.
Hammers that one past a diving freeze into the corner. So Austin Jackson, with his first hit of 2015, it's a double. And the Mariners have a runner in scoring position. Austin saluting the boys out in the bullpen. And it sets it up for Seth Smith.
Again, this is a slow curveball, only 65 miles an hour. When your approach is to hit the ball the other way, it gives you an opportunity to stay on the breaking ball a little bit longer. And for Austin, this is great to see. I don't think it's critical that he gets off to a fast start, but it sure is nice. And for him to check in with a base hit and a ringing double down the line here in the first game, takes a little bit of pressure off and gets himself into scoring position.
2 outs. Runner at second for Seth Smith. Doubled to right center field in the first inning on a 3-2 pitch. Ball 1. During the spring, Mariners did a good job scoring with 2 outs. A lot of 2-out RBIs, and then the other subset, just moving runners up. Get a runner at second, nobody out or 1 out.
Well, that's an approach that Lloyd and his staff started last year in spring training, and you can see it now, and it's a little bit easier to do when you have a group of veterans in your lineup, and Seth's certainly one of them as he takes that slow breaking ball. Again, the Angels with the shift on with Smith hitting.
2 outs, man at second. Jackson, great speed. 1-1 here coming to Smith. Breaking ball, 1-2. Avery's older brother Jeff spent some time here with the Mariners, up and down a couple of years. Remember, he was in the doghouse and worked his way out of it. Got hot for about a month and a half. 1-2. Ball 2 in the dirt, 2-2. Shift on again for Smith. Weaver ready with the 2-2. Able to check it. So second time Seth has worked a 3-2 count against Weaver. He doubled to right center the first time. Robinson Cano's on deck.
Just a steady diet of slow curveballs. Well, last curveball 67 miles an hour. Seth had a double on a fastball, 3-2 count.
Three and two, 2 outs. Runner at second. Pitch. Slow breaking ball. Hit to right field. That will get down for a base hit. Jackson scores. Score tied at 1. Seth Smith digging for 3. There'll be no throw. An RBI triple for Seth Smith has tied it at 1-1.
That's one of the reasons why you like veteran hitters in your lineup. Another slow breaking ball. As the at-bat went on, he saw plenty of these breaking balls and able to keep his hands back just long enough to hit this line drive, hooking line drive out into right field. Wasn't fooled by it, even though it was a 3-2 count with 67 miles an hour for Seth Smith. Nice start to his Mariner career. A double, now a triple, and an RBI.
Halfway to a cycle. Here's Cano with a chance for the lead. And there it is! Base hit up the middle. 2-1 Mariners.
Well, you were talking about it. And that is hitting with runners in scoring position, especially with 2 outs. It's difficult at times, and Cano always ready to hit. Gets a fastball up, out over the plate. Solid line drive back up the middle.
How about this Mariner ball club? 3 consecutive 2-out hits. Double, triple, single. Here's Cruz. Looks at ball 1.
Another look at the classic swing by Cano. Slicing line drive back towards left center field.
One out to Nelly Cruz. 2-0. Cruz first time up on a 3-2 pitch, popped out to second. 40 homers, led the big leagues last year. 2-0 pitch. Off speed pitch. Just a little piece of it. Back safely. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Mariners. A run on 1 hit for the Angels. That was the Trout home run in the first inning. RBI triple by Seth Smith and RBI single by Cano here in the third. 2-1. Ground ball, Ibar, short way. That'll do it. But the Mariners do strike as they get 2 runs on 3 consecutive 2-out hits to take a 2-1 lead. Safeco Field on opening day. Glad to have you with us. These are some great numbers. Palmer on top of the list. Felix number 2 at a Mickey Lolich, Walter Johnson, Juan Marichal, and Lon Warnicki. My goodness. That is outstanding. As we enjoy a very comfortable day. The sun has broken through, made a couple of appearances. It's like a crowd of upwards of 45,000 on hand here for opening day. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew. Good to be back together again as we start the 2015 season. Felix first pitch to Mike Trout is in there for a strike. Mike homered on a 2-2 pitch in the first, part of an 8-pitch at bat. Back-to-back seasons with a home run against Felix on opening day. Both in the first inning. Somebody made a nice catch down there. Felix ahead. 0-2. Here's what Felix has done to this point. He's got 2, 3, and 4 in the order here in the top of the 4th. Already 4 strikeouts. Struck out 4 the first 5 men that he faced. The 0-2.
Trout in that first at bat was 8 pitches. So we saw a little bit of everything from Felix in his first at bat. Felix this time starting him off with a slider on the outside corner. Fastball well in off the plate. The Trout pulled foul. He came right back with a breaking ball. He's just getting a piece of it. That's the changeup.
1-2. Was it the last couple of years people have tried to pitch Trout? If you pitch him down, he can go get it. And then he became a little susceptible to that higher pitch last year. That's why he had 186 strikeouts.
And you can see Zunino right there. He wanted that fastball up a little bit too high. No, you're right, Dave. He's a good low ball hitter. Typically, when you talk about low ball hitters, they're typically left-handed, but Trout can really drive the ball, and he can get it in the air.
I say he gave it 2 minutes, 184 Ks. That was the most in the American League, 3rd in the bigs. 2-2. Struck him out. Tag applied by Zunino. Felix's 5th strikeout. 1 down here in the 4th.
One of the better changeups from Felix so far. Again, I like the 0-1 pitch, the fastball inside. I think it set up these off-speed pitches, and he just spikes this changeup, and he's trying to bounce it off the plate to get Trout to swing and miss. Well out in front of it, and great location.
I was talking to Cruz about that changeup. He said it's obviously the best pitch, best changeup, and one of the best pitches in baseball. And he said when he used to hit Felix early on when they first started facing each other, and then a few years ago when he came up with that changeup, it's coming out of his hand, looks exactly like a fastball. Where the heck did that go? It just dives in. You're reading fastball all the way, and then you get that.
Yeah. And it reacts like a split, but it's a changeup from Felix, and it makes it difficult. But early on, Felix, he was more 94, 95 in that area and used his fastball a lot, and now you get a little bit of everything from him. And his fastball will be anywhere from 91 to 94 at times.
There was a couple of times last year he hit 95, 96. Remember, he had a little bit of a split during that great run?
Yeah, and he'll tell you, too, at times he can get there when he wants to, right, but he'd prefer hit his spots, move it around, and let the movement of pitches get you out. And I would say that works pretty well for him. But if he needs to reach back and throw, especially that high fastball at times, he can rush it up there.
2-1 to Pujols, who struck out in a 2-2 pitch in the first. This guy's one of the greatest competitors in any sport in North America. 2-1. Way out in front. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Albert Pujols.
You were talking about the run that Felix was on last year, Dave, and I think you would agree. The previous few years, Felix would typically come out early in the game, and he wasn't sure if his slider was going to be working or if he was going to use his curveball and try to figure it out in the first innings. And typically that's when he would give up some runs. But right here, he has everything working, and in that run that he had last year, he had 4+ pitches. He was able to use them all, throw them for strikes. He could bury them in the dirt. He could do just about anything, and right now his curveball is exceptional. He's thrown some good sliders, especially the one to Trout, and then his changeup is there.
It was great. It was like in the perfect game. He said for Zunino, who didn't catch that perfect game, that was Jaso, but he said Zunino could put down anything. I got it covered. 3-2 to Pujols. It was way out in front of that one.
We'll take a look at the breaking ball. Trying to throw it on the outside corner off the plate away, and it's pretty good for Pujols to get a piece of that pitch.
Pujols a .346 hitter on opening day, a 3-2 pitch. He's got a piece of that.
Back-to-back curveballs from Felix.
What a career this man has had. He's sitting on 520 career home runs, one tie of shying. Let me try that again. One shy of tying Willie McCovey, Frank Thomas, and Ted Williams for 18th all time. 3-2. Walked it, first walk of the afternoon in this ball game. One out, one on. Mariners 2015 season, it is underway, and their sights are set on being this year's AL champs. Join the club, take in Mariners baseball all season long with a 20-game plan. Be part of history while enjoying season ticket holder benefits, including postseason priority. To pick out a plan that's right for you, log on to mariners.com/tickets. Field in marvelous condition here at Safeco Field. Pujols aboard, an 8-pitch at bat. Matt Joyce looks at ball one.
Expecting Joyce to pull the ball. Brad Miller, the shortstop, playing right up the middle.
There's Cano. They get the front end. Don't get the back end. Cano knew he had plenty of time to get Pujols. Never been a fast runner.
Robbie gets rid of it quickly, a firm throw, but it looked as if Brad, the steps might have been a little bit off. Wasn't able to get a whole lot on that throw.
Brings up David Freese, 2 outs, 1 on. Freese struck out looking on a 2-2 pitch. First time up, that was leading off the second. Fooled there, strike one.
Guessing fastball. Felix went with the slider.
Freese, a 2011 World Series MVP for the Cardinals, second season with the Angels. Felix ahead on 2. 5 strikeouts for Felix, 1 walk. Giving up just the 1 hit, a home run to Trout in the first inning.
Felix 60 pitches, 40 strikes.
Everybody looking for the strikeout. 0-2 to David Freese. Pitch from Felix. Got him! 6 strikeouts through 4 innings. Felix and the Mariners with a 2-1 lead over the defending division champion Angels. 3 consecutive 2-out hits.
Exactly what you like to see. Seth Smith with a triple down in the corner to score Austin Jackson after his double.
Smitty off to a great start. Double and a triple. Here's Cano.
We're going to see a lot of this summer. Cano with another solid line drive back up the middle. As Smith scores. So the Mariners 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position so far this afternoon.
Kyle Seager leading off here. Looking at another shift. Looks at a strike. Kyle grounded out to the shortstop Eric Ibar in his first at bat.
One of the things we saw Kyle in spring training, started, especially towards the end of spring training, started hitting the ball hard the other way. And I think for Kyle, he knows he needs to be a run producer, hitting 5th in the order behind Nelson Cruz. But I think at times we're going to see him try to hit the ball the other way and pick up some easy base hits. Just like that.
Well, the outfield, Trout is about 5-6 steps towards left center, while the infield is shifted towards the right field line.
And you can see on that last swing from Kyle, it looked to me as if he was trying to hit that pitch the other way. It was a fastball, middle of the plate.
Seager, Morrison, and Zunino 5, 6, and 7 here in the bottom of the 4th. 2-1. Mariners with the lead. Trout home run in the first inning. The only hit, the only run for the Angels. Here's Mike, MVP last season in the American League. Here's 0-2. Ball 1. Calhoun sets camp under that fly ball. 1 out here in the 4th. Bring up Loma. Logan Morrison popped out to the shortstop. Last 6 weeks for him, 342. Big slugging numbers the last 2 months, and that's where he wants to pick up.
Well, you were talking about him in spring this year. I thought that he got off to a pretty good start and then really started to struggle, as you mentioned, Dave. It was good to see him in the last 2 games. A solid line drive, base hit, and then a home run on Saturday.
This one hit the center fielder, Trout. He put away. 2 outs. The American League West last year. Boy, did the Mariners give it a run. The Angels win it. Most wins, most runs scored in baseball. They lose to Kansas City in the playoffs. How about Oakland? They looked like they were going to be uncatchable leading into the All-Star break, and then it fell apart. And they barely hung on. And the last team they wanted to face was the Mariners in what could have been a 1-game playoff. And then Houston always causing trouble. They picked up, what, Pat Neshek and Luke Gregerson in their bullpen.
They're going to be tougher this year, I think, the Astros. They played some pretty good baseball themselves in the second half of the season. Then they added some veterans.
1-1 to Mike Zunino. Quick 2 outs here in the 4th. Two and 1. Mike fly to left in his first at bat. Two and 2. Weaver's assortment of breaking balls and off-speed pitches, really something. He's been a double-figure win generator every year he's been in the big leagues. 131 and 69 his record.
And that right there has been his best fastball this afternoon, 87 miles an hour. I mentioned when he first came to the big leagues, at that point in his career, he was 92 to 94. And today, his fastball's been right around 83 until that last one at 87.
First year in the big leagues, 06, went 11-2 with a 2.56 ERA. Strike 3, and Zunino is dismissed. 1-2-3 go the Mariners in the 4th, but they lead 2-1.
Twitter. Opening day, rooting on our Mariners from Corvallis, Oregon. I love it, Chris. Keep them coming, folks. Happy opening day. Right back at you, Taylor, as well. How about this? From the Furman Fan Cave. Sounds like a place that I would like to visit. But again, keep the photos coming, guys. Hashtag where I root. Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Back to you upstairs, Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. 2-1 Mariner lead. Eric Ibar showing bunt. The Ibar, C.J. Cron, and Chris Iannetta. Felix thus far 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, giving up a run on 1 hit, the homer by Trout. Two and 1. Ibar, a .211 hitter against Felix. Shoots one through the hole for a base hit. Second hit for the Angels, and for the first time this season, let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. 2 more games here with the Angels. Day off, fly to San Francisco, be in the Bay Area for 3 days, and then go to Los Angeles and see the Dodgers. I believe it's the first trip since '09. And on the 15th, Jackie Robinson Day and the Civil Rights Game. Get a chance to see Mrs. Rachel Robinson and some of the longtime Dodger greats down there. Hoping, well, I'll see Mr. Scully. Look forward to that.
Yep.
See His Eminence. I'm also hoping, there's Jackie Robinson's retired number throughout baseball, hoping that Sandy Koufax would be there. I need that picture for my collection.
Sandy, nice man. I think if he's there, that will not be a problem for you.
And you know where I bet he is tonight? He's at the National Championship game
Good
tonight.
Point. Good point.
I told you that one year in Atlanta, somebody said, you know, Sandy Koufax is sitting behind you. So why didn't you tell me? I turned around and he's gone. That was your Maryland won it. C.J. Cron popped to short. Mariners double play. Oh, it hit him.
Well, Felix had been cruising along, but now a little bit of trouble here in the 5th inning. They want to throw the fastball inside, but it just gets away from him right off the elbow pad.
Thank goodness for elbow pads, right?
Yeah. Would not be surprised to see Iannetta drop down a bunt right here. We'll see that a lot with Felix on the mound. Typically, the opposing managers will try to play for a run off of Felix because he's so difficult. And we'll see how Mike Scioscia wants to play it.
Bouncing ball goes foul. Iannetta popped out to Felix, his first at bat. Mike, a terrific catcher during his playing career with the Dodgers. Swinging away, 0-2. Job by Zunino. Count goes to 1-2.
What a luxury it is for any pitcher to be able to trust your catcher to keep that ball in front of you. 0-2 Felix wanted to bury that pitch in the dirt and didn't think twice about it because Mike is back there.
1-2. Evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chris Iannetta, the hitter. 7 homers, 43 runs batted in, .252 batting average. So nobody out. And Socha, letting his 8-hole hitting catcher swing away. Here's a 2-2, fouled off.
And Felix missed his location with that pitch. He wanted to get back in on his hands and left it out over the plate. Able to get away with it with the foul ball. He didn't get a ground ball, double play right here.
Felix with 6 strikeouts. He's walked 1. A run on 2 hits. There's a double play depth time called. Felix set. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out here in the 5th. That's strikeout number 7.
After the fastball, he comes back with the curveball at 79 miles an hour. 12-6 curveball. Alaska Supermo, as you see how far out in front Iannetta was.
Brings up Johnny Giappatella. Rounded out to Cano. Here's a double play ball. Nice and easy. 6-4-3 out of here. Top of 5th done for the Angels. Coming up for the Mariners as they look for more runs for Felix. It'll be Dustin Ackley, Brad Miller, and Austin Jackson. 2-1 Mariners. Season 2-1 Seattle. It'll be Dustin Ackley, Brad Miller, and Austin Jackson here in the bottom of the 5th against the veteran right-hander Jared Weaver. Ackley first time up, popped this short. Again, Mike, it was spring training, but you got to like the way this kid swung the bat.
I did. I liked the way that he finished up last year, and he brought it into spring training. We talked to Dustin a number of times throughout spring training about the things that were successful for him, and he said, and I agree, he said he wanted to be more aggressive and not try to work counts or force the ball anywhere. Just he wanted to be aggressive, hit the ball hard, and run. And he did a lot of that in the spring using the entire field. So hopefully he can carry that over into the season.
High fly ball, deep right field. Look it up, giddy up, gone! A home run for Dustin Ackley. 3-1 Mariners here in the 5th. Over a 2-0 offering.
And that's what you want to see. 2-0, gets a fastball up in the middle of the plate, turned it loose. I think last year at the beginning of the season, the first couple of months, he may have taken this pitch, but this is a high fastball, and he gives it a right, towering home run out to right. Take a look at our Alaska Supermo and the swing by Dustin Ackley as he attacks this high fastball, level swing. They catch it. Off the hands, and they hang on. The souvenir.
It's jumping on a 2-0 pitch. Brad Miller. 1-1 to count to him. Brad flied out to center in his first at bat. That was back in the third. Fireworks now. That smoke starting to blow over the field coming in from third base side. .385 feet on that home run. Here's the 1-2. 2-2.
So far, Dave, this is what you want to see from this lineup. First couple guys at the top of the lineup have already scored runs each. Austin Jackson and Seth Smith both scoring.
That's a base hit for Brad Miller. His first of the 2015 season. Out of the box hard. He'll hold at first. So a homer and a single to start the Mariners' fifth.
And I know that we've talked a lot about the guys in the middle of the lineup for good reason. But over the course of the summer, 162 games, you're going to have to get some production out of the guys at the bottom, and they are certainly capable. Another high pitch as Brad hits this ball hard back up the middle. So you have Ackley with the home run, the number 9 hitter, Brad Miller. Solid base hit.
Austin Jackson 1 for 2. Got a double in the third. Scored on the Seth Smith triple. So strike one. Lloyd McClendon's couple of goals for him this season. 4 runs a game. Let's total around 700 runs for the season. And every team that scored 700 runs last year made the playoffs, both leagues.
Well, and it's especially true with the pitching that the Mariners have. If they can do that, they're going to be in good shape.
That is some stout pitching the Mariners have lined up. Miller
almost caught him leaning. Started to lean towards second, but able to get back.
Brad Miller with 4 steals, caught twice last year. Foul back. Mariners rotation for 2015. Felix, Paxton, Iwakuma, Walker, and Happ. There's your numbers from last year. Iwakuma, good to have him at the start of the season. We missed them for about a month and change last year.
And Paxton missing a lot of the year. We'll keep those two gentlemen healthy.
Can't find it. Miller alertly takes second easily.
It'll be a wild pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. We'll take a look at this breaking ball in the dirt. Bounces out in front of home plate. Brad wasn't sure where it was at initially, but once he saw that Iannetta wasn't able to locate it, he took off for second. Gets himself in the scoring position with nobody out.
See if Jacks can get it done here. 2-2. Pick up a run. They give him a big gap in left center. Full count. Seth Smith on deck, and he's had a day already. Double to right center and a triple to right. That was an RBI triple. Mariners 12-7 against Mike Scioscia's ball club last season. Off to the good start down in Anaheim last year. Here's a 3-2. Pitch to Jackson. Coming in is Calhoun. Easy play for Cole. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports is brought to you by AM/PM. Too much good stuff. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Silver Reef Hotel Casino Spa, I-5 exit 260, Ferndale, Washington. And by Steel. To find your local Steel dealers, visit steeldealer.com. Seth Smith halfway to a cycle here with a double and a triple. Another RBI opportunity for him. Long drive, deep deep left center field. It's carrying and a sliding. No, he didn't get it. As it bounces over the fence for an RBI double for Seth Smith, a 4-1 Mariner lead. It looked like Joyce had a chance to glove it, missed it, bounced over the fence.
Have a day. Seth Smith, 3 hits, all of them for extra bases. Right center down the right field line, and now he goes out to left center field on a fastball. Slicing away from Trout in center field. You see Joyce trying to make a sliding catch, bounces off the track and goes into the stands. Second RBI for Smith.
RBI chance now for Cano. He's already driven in a run. Last time up, an RBI single to center. Looks at strike one.
He thought it was down. Didn't like it.
He didn't like one of the pitches he got in his first at bat when he grounded out in the first inning. Larry Vanover's the home plate umpire today. 4-1 Mariners. That was their 7th hit. And there's your 4 runs we were talking about. Watch Trout's knees.
He's fortunate that his spikes were up out of the ground. If he had one of them planted, that could have been bad news for him and the Angels.
Cano behind 0-2. Well, Looper goes to Giavotella for out number 2. All right, third time for Cruz against Jared Weaver. Only 0 for 2. Popped out and reached under fielder's choice. The ground out that got force out on Cano to end the 3rd inning. Weaver ready. First pitch to Cruz. Foul back. RBIs today for the Mariners, 2 for Seth Smith, 1 for Cano, and a home run by Ackley. Second baseman Giavotella shitting towards the bag at second base. Two-one count to Cruz. Popped up on a 3-2 pitch in the first. Rounded into a force out in the third on a 2-1 pitch. It's 2-1 here with Kyle Seager on deck. Two and one. Make it 3-1.
He's being careful. You can see the location of all those pitches. Down and away.
Weaver ready. 3-1 to Cruz. High fly ball, medium, right field. Catch made by Calhoun. Mariners strike for 2 runs. RBIs by Smith and Ackley. Ackley with a home run, building a 4-1 lead.
I root on Twitter, Facebook. Look at this. We rooted Andrew Minting's old stopping grounds. That's Coach Leslie Gallimore at the UW. Thanks, Amy, for sending that one in. And how about this? A great reason to take the day off. Opening day. I can't think of a better one. Chris sent that one in, and then back to the grind. That is the truth right there. I think that's mission control. That's my understanding anyway. Hashtag Where I Root on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and you can see your mug here on the broadcast.
Good stuff, Angie. Thank you very much. Top of the order for the Angels here. Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols against Felix Hernandez. Felix with 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, giving up a run on 2 hits. The only run, a first inning homer by Mike Trout. Strike to Calhoun, 0-2. Cole with a strikeout, looking at a fly to right.
Well, so far, Felix in good shape with his pitch count. 76 pitches, 50 strikes for Felix.
It's in the dirt. 1-2. Seth Smith. What a day he's having. The Mariner right fielder, one of the newest members of the ball club. 3 for 3. 2 doubles, a triple, 2 runs batted in. Cano with an RBI single, and Ackley with his first homer. Mariner runs today. Here's the 1-2. Left field towards the line. Ackley with room. 1 out. Stick around after the game for Mariners post game. It's presented by Delta Airlines. Third time around for Mike Trout. A homer on a 2-2 pitch, a strikeout on a 2-2 pitch. Mike, a big Duke University basketball fan, will be watching tonight at 6:19 Pacific time. The Blue Devils take on the Wisconsin Badgers in the national championship. Had him on our Basketball and Beyond show with Coach K last week. It's good to hear those two guys talking about having Coach K ask about a lot of things in baseball. Mike always curious about how do you guys do it every day? 162 and then the 30 you do during the springtime. Seventh strikeout day for Felix Hernandez in his 8th opening day start. 5-0 record of 152 here in his previous endeavors. 1-2 to Trout.
I would think Lloyd will let him go about 100, maybe 105 pitches today. First time out. Oh, he's in good shape. 81 pitches so far.
Trout's numbers last year were ridiculous. 36 homers and 111 runs scored. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8 for Felix. 2 away here in the 6th.
It's just a good fastball, elevating it right at the top of the strike zone as he throws it by him, ties him up inside. Good look from our Alaska Supermo.
You see a lot of those reactions over the years. Still say the best was Nick Swisher a few years ago at Yankee Stadium. It was I believe it was a hot Sunday afternoon, and Felix, to that point, I thought was the best game we'd seen him pitch. He goes on to have the perfecto. Nick walked away just laughing. Remember that?
There's nothing they could do that day.
Torrey Hunter one time tipped his cap, tipped his batting helmet. Strikeout and a walk for Pujols. 1-1. Albert will be in Cooperstown when his career is over. 1-1. You know what else hasn't come into play? Those new pace of game rules. Not coming to play. We barely saw it during the spring and haven't seen it so far in this game. Not been an issue. 2-1. Foul off.
I'll be curious to see what happens. You guys get their fines for the first time.
Get that. So we'll go through a break-in period. They won't start levying fines till May 1. Nonetheless, it has not been a factor. 2-2. Miller's got a nice hop. Felix goes 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. 8 strikeouts against 1 walk. He's given up a run on 2 hits. Coming up, Seager, Morrison, and Zunino for the Mariners to lead 4-1. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by Jack in the Box, Jack's hottest sandwich is back. Head to Jack in the Box for Jack's blazing chicken sandwich. You look at Kyle Seager, looking ball 1 from Jared Weaver. Seager's 0 for 2 today. Round out the shortstop. Fly out to right. Shift is on again. Again, Seager.
Fly out to right. It was on a breaking ball, and I think Kyle felt that he missed it. He was able to get it to the barrel, but skied it out to right. I think that's a pitch he thought he could handle.
2-0 to right field. Going back is Calhoun. He's got some room there to make the play. 1 away. Because we know you can't get enough of growing fake facial hair, the Beard Hat is back at Safeco Field. Thanks to Jack Link's Friday, April 17th, the first 20,000 fans received this year's edition. It features a Mariners-inspired Northwest green beard. This sought-after giveaway could be yours. When you get your tickets, the Beard Hat Night at Mariners.com. Felt like Bob Barker with that one.
Well done.
Another one of my broadcast heroes.
Well, Logan will have a good count. 2-0. Seager again just missing a pitch. He had a fastball, a 2-0 count. Skied it to right with Calhoun onto the warning track. See what Logan can do with this pitch. So a breaking ball for a strike.
Wow. 2-1. To Morrison. Breaking ball handle. Base hit right field. With his first hit of 2015.
When he was struggling in spring training, he was talking to me as you look at our Alaska Supermo. And he was saying that he was carrying his hands and he had to get to a point where he was able to keep them back long enough. Well, that's a pretty good adjustment on a 66-mile-an-hour curveball to square it up and hit it hard into right.
Just a little bit anxious coming down the stretch here. Banned from the batting cage. Logan Morrissey, get out of here. You get enough work. Zunino and the freeze. They go to Giovitella to Albert Pujols. The 5-4-3 inning-ending double play here in the 6th. Mariners lead at 4-1.
Cecil for sending that one in. Keep them coming. Again, the hashtag is Where I Root on all your social media channels, Dave.
All right, Angie, thank you. And I've heard from a lot of people when I'm back east. Hey, man, stay up late at 10 o'clock to watch you guys. People international following the Mariners. Felix Hernandez facing Matt Joyce, David Freese, Eric Ibar, 4, 5, and 6 here in the 7th. An 8 strikeout, 1 walk performance by Felix to this point.
Mariners have the shift on with Joyce hitting. So have Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the bullpen for the Mariners. Felix now working here in the 7th. Next pitch will be 90. As you take a look at Tom.
8 strikeouts. Kings Court looking for number 9. 1 and 2. Felix last year opening day at the Angels. 10-3 win, 6 innings, 3 runs, a walk, and 11 punch-outs. Joyce today. Fielder's choice and a strikeout. Felix ahead 1 and 2. Number 9, Rackham. Take a look. Our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings, a wild card. What a race that was. Mariners missed by 1 stinking game.
And the Royals end up in the World Series.
As you watch with great envy. I know I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a cop to it. Nice stop. Lob over. Almost too soft. two-way.
For one, he was happy he wasn't hit by the ground ball. Two, maybe a little surprised that he caught it and wanted to get rid of it. Good play by Logan Morrison over at first. That'll bring out Lloyd McClendon. That might be it. Felix 92 pitches.
That's a great call.
It says hit him in the glove. Rob, no dime going out.
Lloyd's not taking any chances. I'll be surprised if he lifts it. Felix is going to plead a case here.
Well, he's at 92 pitches, so I think he's okay. I think they're just making sure that he didn't want hurt. Didn't hit him on the wrist or hurt his legs. Felix from time to time will have some ankle problems. And we'll take another look at it as this ground ball comes by. And pretty good reaction from Felix. Take a look at our Alaska Supermo as he makes the catch. Now we'll take a look at the throw. Logan Morrison was playing so far off the bag, he had to wait for him. And
Felix is going to back up. Eric Ibar, ground out, base hit to right. And at third, Seager. That's why it shows bunt.
You have to be careful as a third baseman not to be too aggressive on the bunt, because the one thing we know about Ibar is he'll show bunt, pull the bat back, and try to hit it at you. So you don't want to get too close to him.
We saw him do it here 2 years ago. And that had been a long time since we'd seen something like that.
He's been a good player for Mike Scioscia.
Yeah, Ibar, so many years with Howie Kendrick up the middle. Now he's been, during spring training, worked with 4 guys and trying to establish some rhythm and some continuity. And it's still a getting to know you process. 1-1.
Charlie Furbush has joined Tom Wilhelmsen in the pen, so the left-hander just starting to get loose. There's Charlie. I like the socks. What do you think about the socks?
Love them.
Yeah.
What a shot Charlie went with. Ball and 2 strikes. If he gets a K, it'll be number 10. Boy, peripherally, that can't be a lot of laughs for a hitter, for lefty hitter. The 2-2 to Ibar. Strike 3, number 10 for the King. 10 strikeouts through 7 and a 4-1 Seattle lead. This was number 9 on a 1-2 pitch to Matt Joyce. Ball just tumbling down. Couldn't get to it. And then that beauty to Ibar. And he doth not protest. 10 Ks through 7. Time for our first 7th inning stretch here at Safeco Field. Mariners in front of the Angels. consider how a Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list. Play today. Great to have you here at Safeco Field in Seattle. The King in charge, a 10 strikeout performance through 7, and the Mariners have gotten him some really good run support tonight. This afternoon, a 4-1 lead as new pitcher Cesar Ramos takes over. Here's Dustin Ackley. It's strike one. Ackley on a 2-0 pitch against Weaver in the 5th, led off with a home run. 1 for 2 today. His first at bat. Popped to short as you look at the profile on Ramos. 0-2 to Ack. Great crowd. Sellout 45,909. Stays alive.
They showed you Tom Wilhelmsen and Charlie Thorbush. They both have sat down. Danny Farquhar starting to get loose now. Felix, we're on 97 pitches, so his day may be done at this point. Let's take a look at Danny.
Ackley in an 0-2 hole. In tight. 1-2. There we go. 1-2. Missed away. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Mike Scioscia taking Weaver out. He'd thrown 90 pitches, 54 strikes for Weaver. 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. Didn't walk anybody this afternoon.
2-2 to Ackley. And Ionetta holds on to that foul tip. 1 out as we check out our Lexus pitching matchup. What Weaver did through 6, what Felix has done through 7. Wow, 10 Ks.
Just 2 hits for Felix through 7 innings.
And they've got them all listed out in right field. Brad Miller single to center and a run scored his last time up. 1 for 2. He flied out to center. Back in the 3rd. Breaking ball for strike. 1-2.
A couple of slow curveballs, and Felix pulling the jersey out, so it looks like he is done.
We got terrific run support. How about Seth Smith? 3 for 3, 2 runs batted in. Cano an RBI and Ackley an RBI. Another breaking ball hit hard. Right field. That'll get down. Miller hard out of the box. Calhoun gets it back. Well, Brad Miller at 2 for 3 day. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, celebrating 13 years. So you can watch every out-of-market game live or in demand in true HD on over 400 devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking, and more. Every night on every device. Blackout and other restrictions do apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. Top of the order in Austin Jackson. 1 for 3 with a run score. Good to hear the blast of the train tonight or this afternoon, and that's going to go to the gap, and Miller was going to make a turn for third. The throw is in time. Got him. Nice throw by Cole Calhoun to gun down Miller. 9-5. On to put out.
And Austin Jackson, as you take a look at our Alaska Supermo, his second base hit of the game. That's a good sign for the Mariners. Calhoun has a strong throwing arm, and he throws a one-hop strike into third. Easy play for Freese. Or Alaska Supermo giving you a good look at the tag by Freese.
Vic Carapaza, third base umpire. Justin Ruggiano in his first appearance as a Mariner.
Take one more look at the tag by Freese. Brad Miller trying to go first to third on the base hit from Jackson. It's clearly out.
This is the platoon that Lloyd, Clinton, Jack Zernick, and everybody excited about Ruggiano and Smith in right field. They got it covered from both sides of the plate.
And a great opening day for Seth Smith. He finishes his day 3 for 3. 2 doubles, a triple, scored a run, and drove in 2.
Not bad for his 7th opening day. 2-0 to JR. Well, if the bullpen does its job, Phillies is going to move up a notch here on this record. Opening day record for all-time opening day performances. Danny Farquhar will be first out of the pen. 2-1 to Ruggiano. Way late, 2-2.
And in case you were wondering, Dave, I kept my streak alive. We have the picks over on the pregame show of the radio. In the last 6 years, I've taken that man right there on opening day, and he continues to make me look good, and I like it. Now, the key to it all is it's the only time I'm allowed to pick him for the year, because we can take him every 5 days. So I take him on opening day, and what a strong performance again. Wow.
We'll send that to baseballreference.com. Up by 3-2. Hey, you know what? Smart move, pal. Sort of like jumps out at you.
He hasn't disappointed me yet. The bad news is I'm not allowed to pick him anymore this year.
Yeah, I hear you. Ruggiano off the bench. He's worked a full count, 2 outs, runner at first. Takes high for ball 4. 2-1 for Cano. Most opening day wins. Great Jack Morris. I don't care what anybody says. He belongs in the Hall of Fame. Pete Alexander, Seaver, Randy's going to the Hall of Fame. Walter Johnson, Jimmy Key. Felix Hernandez bidding for number 6. El King Felix, my oh my, as the Hall of Famer Dave Niehaus would say.
You weren't there, but in the last TV game we had in spring training, we had a chance to talk to Felix in the first inning, and you could tell how excited he was, one, to get the season started, but more importantly, his team and what is possibly out in front of them. He was anxious to get this game. A lot of fun. We had a good time with him.
Iannetta going out to talk to Ramos. Cano today is 1 for 3. RBI single in the 3rd. What a tussle it's going to be in the American League West.
Really fun to watch these two clubs go at it all year. Again, the Angels 98 wins last year.
One-0 count to Cano. 2 out, 2 on. 1-1.
Nelson Cruz waiting on deck. Vinny Castano, the right-hander, getting loose in the Angels' pen. There's Nelson.
Cano, 1-1, 2 out, 2 on. Robbie likes the expectations put on this Mariner ball club. He says, doesn't put any pressure on you. I know I just have to go out and do my job. He's 1-1 here. Throw behind Ruggiano. Lead runner at second is Austin Jackson.
Typically the pitcher or the first baseman will put that play on. And my guess would be it was Pujols.
Might have said it in Spanish too, and JR didn't know what he was saying. Could have verbalized it. Here's the 1-1. Throw down to second. High throw back safely. Austin Jackson.
The Mariners this afternoon 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Cano has one of those hits.
Seth Smith, the first Mariner to have 3 extra base hits in his Mariner debut. What an afternoon. 4 runs on 10 hits for the Mariners, a run on 2 hits for the Angels. Two. Fought it off. Game 2 tomorrow. 7:10 start time. Look forward to being with you then. James Paxton against the veteran C.J. Wilson. And the series wraps up Wednesday with Hisashi Iwakuma and Matt Shoemaker. Saw Sachi in the clubhouse with Anthony Suzuki, the interpreter, and I went to Anthony, put my arm around him and said, "How do you say happy opening day in Japanese?" Anthony put his arm around me and said, "Happy opening day." Iwakuma smiled and we had a laugh as Cano fouls it into the glove of Iannetta. That'll do it for the Mariners. They threaten. They don't score, but 7 complete. A 4-1 Seattle lead. Big catch. And it's all about Felix Hernandez. Another fabulous performance, Mike, here on opening day.
Outstanding performance for Felix, and had everything working for him. Good command of his fastball. There's the great changeup. Everybody knows about that. But also a slider and curveball were effective for him today. As he gets 10 strikeouts on opening day. It's the 3rd time in his career with 10 or double-digit strikeouts for Felix. Danny Farquhar will take over for Felix in his 7 innings of work.
Danny Farquhar, 66 appearances last year. High drive, center field, going back. Jackson on the track, 1 away. That's off the bat of C.J. Cron. 1 away here in the 8th.
And for Felix, 7 innings, just 2 hits. 1 earned run, a home run by Trout, solo home run. 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, 97 pitches, 64 of them for strikes. Really nice note for Felix. Let's take a look at the numbers for Danny Farquhar, what he did last year. Opening day starts, double-digit strikeouts at least 3 times. Only done 4 times in history. Felix now joining the club. Randy Johnson has done it 4 times. Pedro Martinez 3 times. Bob Gibson 3 times. And now Felix Hernandez 3 times. That's nice company.
Yes, it is. There's 3 other gentlemen all in the Hall of Fame. Jackson, is it going to hang up? It will, and drops down in front. A base hit that's off the bat of Chris Iannetta, who's 1 for 3.
Four-seam fastball from Danny. He likes to throw a lot of cut fastballs. That one 92 miles an hour. Also mixed in a curveball, 12-6 curveball. Charlie Furbush throwing in the Mariner pen.
Mike Rojas, 2-year left. Strike 1 from Farquhar. Mariners have turned 1 double play. Got him out of the 5th inning. Vitella 0 for 2. Matter of fact, it was Johnny who grounded into that double play. All during the playoffs last year, they kept raving about how great the Kansas City bullpen was, and true. The Mariners, I thought, was a touch better.
I thought they were too.
2 great bullpens. The Mariners went into Kansas City in September and swept them. Like that, it was in June. Beg your pardon. It was in June when we went there. Matter of fact, that's right, because they were coming off. They were hot and got cold, and they were in the process of getting hot again when the Mariners went in there and took that series. Tyler Olson on your left, the rookie making the ball club. Zunino. Fine stop there. Open his eyes and a base hit. Ackley gets it back in. What's ferocious yet fashionable? It's the Hisashi Iwakuma Bear hat, and it's free to the first 20,000 fans on Saturday, April 25th. The Mariners take on the Rangers at 6:10. Pick up this plush hat celebrating the starting pitcher when you get your tickets to Bear Hat Night at Mariners.com. So Iwakuma, make that Farquhar comes in, gives up a couple base hits, leaves with 1 out in the Mariners 4-1 lead, and coming up the top of the order for the Angels.
We just blew her cover. The Taylor gang checking in from Pullman. You know, everyone back in the studio is a Cougar, so it's not a shocker that they mixed that one in. Mariners just left Peoria. Fans still there checking in. We like to see that. And they are rooting hard in Puyallup for the Mariners. Mariner fans all over the place, including Massachusetts. I like seeing this because this sort of balances things out when all those Red Sox fans come out of the woodwork. And it's a new season, folks, but Mariners going a little bit old school right here with Charlie Furbush and the Sox up.
Love the Sox. Part of the new additions this year. Charlie, 67 appearances, a 1-5 record last year. He's got Cole Calhoun here. Calhoun, strikeout looking, fly to right and a fly out to left. He represents the tying run. 2 hits this inning, giving the Angels 4 for the ball game.
Couple of good sliders from Charlie. Calhoun guessing fastballs, and both of them sliders. Giano pinch hit for Smith to stay in right field. This will be the one hitter for Charlie. Medina getting loose in the pen along with Carson Smith. A couple of right-handers, Trout and Pujols, due up next.
Charlie ahead 0-2. All in 2 strikes. At second, Giavotella at first. 1-2 to Calhoun. 2-2. Love to throw a ground ball double play right here. Time called.
I think that's what he's trying to do with the sliders away from Calhoun, trying to get him to roll over on it, maybe hit a ground ball to Cano. Everything has been away from Calhoun. That's normal late in the ball game.
Two and two. Full count. Trout's on deck, followed by Pujols. Charlie at home last year, an 0-3 record, a 1.82 ERA and 24 2/3 for Bud McClendon and company.
So far, he's only thrown 1 fastball, and it was well off the plate away. Everything else has been his slider. We'll see if it stays with the slider here, 3-2.
Big spot here for the Mariners. 3-2 to Calhoun.
Fastball.
Got him looking. 2 away.
And Calhoun was looking for the slider. All those sliders set up that fastball, and Charlie able to throw it for a strike. It's right in the middle of the plate, but it's knee high. Good pitch from Charlie.
Larry Vanover ringing him up. 2 away, 2 on. Mike Trout, and here comes Bud McClendon.
We'll see which right-hander he goes with. He has Medina and Carson Smith both up in the pen.
I think he's going to go with Smitty. That funky
because of the slider?
Yeah. Just a guess. But we'll see when we come back. Mariners holding a 4-1 lead. It is Carson Smith. And we'll be right back. Carson Smith beat out Dominic Leone for a spot in the bullpen here to start this season.
And you can see what Carson did in September. 8 in the third, 10 strikeouts, did not give up a run. Yeah. This is Mike Trout. His first at bat off of Felix. It's his first home run of the year. He also has a couple of strikeouts in for Carson Smith. Tough on right-handers. Drops down delivery. Good fastball. He'll be in the low to mid 90s in the slider.
First pitch strike.
94 miles an hour.
Trout 0 for 2 against Carson Smith with a strikeout. Big spot for the young man here with 2 on. Mariners holding a 4-1 lead. Trout represents the tying run.
There's the slider. That's a good one. We'll take a look at Carson Smith, our Alaskan Supermo, as he delivers this slider. Again, tough on right-handers.
Working from the first base side of the rubber. Sun breaking through. 0-2 pitch here to Trout. Did not go as they check with Ron Culpa. 1-2.
Another slider. He's able to check his swing. Mike Zunino wanted it. Wasn't able to get it, though. He can afford to throw his slider off the plate again. Does not have to throw him a strike right here. See if he can get him to chase it.
Clamp straight away and deep. The 1-2. Strike 3. Carson Smith gets it done in the 8th. Big K of Mike Trout, the reigning MVP in the American League. The Mariners lead it by the count of 4-1 as they survive a big spot here in the 8th. Is your score, and right now time now for our Geico, this date in MLB history. Take you back to April 6th of 1977. Frank Tanana, outstanding left-hander. He beat the Mariners 7-0. It was the first game in team history, and Jose Baez got the first hit in Mariner history. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. New pitcher is Fernando Salas. He came over from the Cardinals with David Freese in that exchange of Peter Borges and Randall Gerchik back in November of 13. His first hitter will be Nelly Cruz. Nelson today 0 for 3. Fastball, first strike.
As you might guess, Fernando Rodney getting loose in the pen for the Mariners.
It was a lot of fun. We had him on after a mid-game stint down in Arizona, talking about how South Korean Little Leaguers had adapted his arrow shooting. They brought him over there for a clinic. Cano make that Nelson Cruz fouls it back. All 2 strikes.
Well, good news for the Mariners as you look at the Angels lineup, and obviously Trout, who won the MVP last year, is the one guy that you try to stay away from, and he was in position to try to tie the ball game up, but because of the great pitching by Carson Smith, gets the strikeout, and now looks like you won't have to deal with him in the 9th inning.
Backhanded by Freese, throws Cruz out, 1 away. 1 down here in the 8th. Make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag #CoorsLightFanFave. Watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday to find out the top 5 fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light Refresherator just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Kyle Seager for 3. Charging his eye by the shortstop. They had to shift on. 2 away. The Carson Smith, what a great moment for him, striking out reigning MVP Mike Trout on a 1-2 pitch to end the 8th inning into 2-on threat by the Angels.
They had 2 options with Trout. Either throw the slider off the plate away, see if he'll chase it, or tie him up with a fastball inside. We saw Felix pitch him inside, was effective doing it. That was a well-located 94-mile-an-hour fastball in on his hands.
Outside to Logan Morris. Got a base hit to right his last time up. He's 1 for 3. Great crowd. Sellout. 45,909. 101 to Lomo. About that trade with Craig Kimbrell going to the San Diego Padres.
Yeah.
My goodness. Second in the major leagues with 47 saves. Second to Rodney. Foul back. It's a totally remade ball club. Cameron Maben, part of the package going back to Atlanta, and Melvin Upton, formerly known as BJ Upton, that rejoins his brother. So the Upton boys are in San Diego with Matt Kemp. Will Myers in that outfield. All 2 strikes here to Morrison. That's third base coach Rich Donnelly. Angels broke on top first. Mike Trout, a home run, was the second batter of the ball game. 8 pitches, took Felix deep to center field. And the Mariners took over in the 3rd. RBI double by Seth Smith. Cano an RBI single. 2 more runs in the 5th inning. RBI double by Smith. Home run by Ackley. And in that 5th inning, Ackley leads off with a home run, a single by Miller. And out later, a ground rule double by Seth Smith. That 3rd inning was special in that all the runs came with 2 outs, 3 consecutive 2-out hits. Felix took care of the rest. Up and in. Felix, if you're just joining us, another outstanding performance. 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. A walk and 10, count them, 10 strikeouts against Mike Scioscia's crew. Mariners with 4 runs on 10 hits. A run on 4 hits for the Angels. Deep to right center field. Trout running out of room. He jumps and he makes the catch. He's something. He is really a terrific player. Not as dramatic as some of the leaping catches he's made down in Anaheim, but he takes a home run away from Logan Morrison. A perfectly timed jump. To the 9th inning we go. Fernando Rodney time. Turn those caps to 10 o'clock. 4-1 Mariners.
of the 9th inning. Mariners lead it 4-1 here on opening day. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. We're going to hear from the skipper, Lloyd McClendon, and after Fernando Rodney shoots his arrow into the sky, we will have a live interview on the field. Jen Mueller will have that for you. I imagine Felix Hernandez will want to chat about opening day. We'll give you all of the best pictures from today. And, of course, our analysts, Dave Valley and Bill Kruger, always have something to say to our Brad Adam out in center field. Dave?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Fernando Rodney, Major League leader in saves last year with 48. A lot of them were high wire acts. Nonetheless, he led the major leagues with 48 saves.
He did, was an all-star, and I think the biggest difference in the bullpen, you were talking about it earlier, Dave, that they had the best bullpen in the American League last year, and I think he's the biggest reason why. And all those guys that have closing experience, and you can all of a sudden move them down to pitch the 8th and the 7th inning.
Makes a difference.
Makes a big difference.
Got the hats turned to 10 o'clock. Yes, he's got 3, 4, and 5 in the order. Albert Pujols, Matt Joyce, David Freese. Albert today, a strikeout, a walk, and a ground out. Rodney, one-time Angel. Ball 1 to Albert Pujols. 3 for 8 career. Another strikeout. There's the first strike of the season for Mr. Rodney. He's got it turned to 2 o'clock, but it's opening day with gun one break. 1-1. Mariners got out of a tight situation in the 8th. Angels got a couple of men on. Iannetta and Giavotella, the 8 and 9 hole hitters, both singled. But then Charlie Furbush struck out Calhoun. Trout struck out by Carson Smith to end the threat. 3-1. Matt Joyce on deck. Rodney ready. There's a strike, 3-2.
5 pitches, all of them fastballs.
Albert, as we mentioned, in his 15th year. Rodney pitched for the Angels in the 2010 and 11 seasons before going to Tampa Bay for 2 years. 3-2 pitch. Walked it. Leadoff walk to Pujols. 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Angels coming into that at bat. Well, they still are now 0 for 8 with 2 walks. Albert's walked twice. Here's Matt Joyce, strikeout, reach on a fielder's choice and strikeout. Strike 1.
With a 3-run lead, Logan Morrison will play behind Pujols. Not going to hold him on, especially with a left-handed hitter. Give him a little more range at first to make a play.
Change up. Didn't get it. 1-1.
So on the trace, a pretty good pitch. First changeup for Rodney this afternoon. Everything else has been fastballs.
There's a strike. Following 2 strikes. David Freese on deck for the Angels. Pulled down Alomo. Now get the lead runner. Rodney covers, and Brad Miller decided to hold on, so they get the lead runner, which is important. 1 away.
take a look at the play at second base. Brad Miller deciding not to throw the ball across the diamond. Probably a good move. You don't want to make a mistake right there. You still have the double play in order. Didn't have a real good grip on it. See the ball in his hand.
Brings up David Freese. One out, one on. Strikeout. Looking, swinging, and a ground out. Pounds a fastball for a strike.
Good fastball, 94 miles an hour. Rodney so far topping out at 95.
Got the placement too. On that pitch. Woof. Oh, and 2.
96 miles an hour. Went back inside again, trying to tie him up.
Feeling it. He is feeling good. Rodney comes back with 0-2. Pitch. Another play. Lomo stepped on the bag and a tag. And that is your ball game. Shoot that arrow in the sky. Mariners win their opener 4-1 over the defending division champion Angels.
The story in this one, Felix Hernandez. What a performance for Felix. 7 innings, just 2 hits and 10 strikeouts on the day to get his first win of the season. Rodney, 48 saves last year. He picks up his first save. Some pretty good offensive numbers for the Mariners. How about Dustin Ackley? Hits a home run, 1 for 3 with a homer. Brad Miller, couple of hits. This guy's hitting 8-9 in the lineup. Good to see. And then Seth Smith, really 3 for 3. Couple of doubles, a triple, scored a run, and drove in 2. Good debut for Seth Smith.
Absolutely. Mariners post game presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with the 3 Amigos in center field.
Dave, Mike, thank you. Yeah, 3 Amigos with fireworks going off above us.